Hi, and welcome to another story time with Grandad. Today's story is called The Clumsy Tooth Fairy. There's the title, The Clumsy Tooth Fairy. In a quiet little village in the heart of fairyland, Geraldine the Fairy has a grotto that looks grand. But when you get up closer, it's plain for all to see. The wonky roof and patched up walls are not what they should be. The windows are a patchwork quilt of glass and fairy glue, and on the stairs are lots of pairs of unmismatched fairy shoes. The fairy is so awkward, as clumsy as can be. She trips and falls and bumps her head and drops her cakes and tea. Dear. The noise annoys her neighbours. Their heads begin to throb. We've had enough, they yell at her. Please find yourself a job. So Geraldine decided to see the Fairy King. She'd ask him for a fairy job. It could be anything. Next, please, the Fairy King shouted as Geraldine reached the door. But then she tripped on the rug and slid across the floor. The king was wondering what to do. This clumsiness was scary. At last he grinned and said, I know, you'll be my garden fairy. Yippee! This garden fairy job will be a piece of cake. But when she tried to smell the flowers, she stood upon a rake. As she tumbled to the ground, she gave a mighty shout, and then it turned into a wail. Oh no, my tooth fell out. And there's her tooth. Wonder how much that's worth. Geraldine went looking for a new job, more her style. But would she get one with a tooth missing from her smile? Back at Fairy Castle, the king soon had his say. We need a fairy just like you for the Christmas play. Geraldine loved twirling. She flitted left and right. She got tied up in the curtain and ruined opening night. As she tumbled to the ground, she gave a mighty shout, and then it turned into a wail as another tooth fell out. Geraldine went looking for a new job, more her style, but would she get one with 2 teeth missing from her smile? The Fairy King then shook his head. This job is number 3. A fairy's help is needed upon a Christmas tree. Geraldine loved climbing past each Christmas bell, but when the tinsel tickled her, she giggled till she fell. As she tumbled to the ground, she gave a mighty shout, and then it turned into a wail as another tooth fell out. She can't afford to lose too many more. Geraldine went looking for a new job, more her style, but would she get one with 3 teeth missing from her smile? The Fairy King sat down and thought, so long it seemed a year, then said, you'll be the Tooth Fairy. You're perfect for the job, my dear. Geraldine just loves her job. She gives out coins each night, and then she takes the teeth away in a flash of fairy light. Her neighbours are quite happy. She sleeps in every day. There's no more noise and banging, and they all shout, hooray. Geraldine's still clumsy, but only while you sleep. And if you listen in your dreams, she's falling in a heap. As she tumbles to the floor, she gives a whispery shout. It's followed by a giggle. Oh no, your tooth fell out. That's the end of that story. So, see you next time. Bye.